What's going on, guys? It's Little Tiki Torch here, back with another anime review. We got 86 in the building with the episode 3, and I'm loving it so far. Still 10 out of 10. I'm going to say this anime is going to be top 10 for sure. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and hit that like and sub button for me. Please, it helps me out so much. Thank you. All right, let's roll the intro real quick. Alright, so for this one, on the third episode of 86, we're coming in nice and happy. We got a friendly episode coming at you. At least that's what it starts off as. About the first 5 minutes, we got somebody at least trying to pull a little prank on them. Theo and them are trying to catch a little peek. No, boys. But in the end, we end up finding out that Kurene is the one that has a little bit of feelings for Shin, or a little bit more than what we think. And we also find out that we have another waifu that's sitting inside this group. Guess what her name is? Tanya. Yes, Tanya, the one that is going to be the black-haired waifu. She is the one and the only super saucy, super intense character that we have right now. But what's happening? Oh no, Lena's calling. Kurene doesn't like that. She hates the fact that Lena is calling Shin every freaking night and calling the 86ers every freaking night. She doesn't understand why the squad has to converse with her every night at the same time. One of the guys comes up and tells Kurene, hey, you really shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff because you know Shin doesn't want to do that. She says, you know what, you're right. I shouldn't do that. I love him and I know that he doesn't want to do that. He's such a good guy. I wish he smiled more. We have a little side piece of what Lena is saying to Shin and the others. Unfortunately, Tanya takes over the microphone and has a strict conversation with Lena, informing her that she should not be doing what she's doing, or if she's doing it, it should be with the utmost integrity. She does not understand that she is not on the battlefield, and she does not understand that she's not seeing these bodies. Lena lets her know and lets her express herself as much as she can. She also says, hey, I know that that's the case, and I also know that there's good and bad people on both sides. I really hope that you'll give me a chance. Once Tanya hears this, she thinks to herself, you know what, you're right. There are good and bad people on both sides because I just said that. So I guess I'll try to give it a chance of not hating you so much. Now we pan over right into the battlefield. So Lena in the past episodes was able to go ahead and figure out that Shin, after Shin telling her, hey, stop using the guidance system, it lets the other Lows know exactly where we are. So if you could stop that and maybe find another way to tell us what's going on, that'd be great. Lena takes this criticism and says, hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. I should be doing that, and I shouldn't have done this in the first place. I'm an idiot. So Lena goes out and finds a map that she was able to see everything else is going to be on the battlefield. But unfortunately, Lena, not being extremely well versed because she's only about 18 years old and for some reason is a major general in this army of this squadron,
don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?
Not until 4.
unfortunately leads our waifu into a swamp marsh after she had just been on the high point of the mountain that was able to help Shin annihilate an entire squadron by himself because she was able to keep the point of view. Now she was also out of bombardment range, but because she got a little cocky, thinking that her handler knew exactly what was going on and had the one up on them, well, she travels into a marshland, gets stuck, and what happens? Ultimately, we lose our waifu. This is where I had the moment of chills and wanted to cry, but did not. As soon as I saw Shin, and then as soon as I saw Theo, or heard Theo, giving Lena the business, I said to myself, you know what? She deserves this. Once Theo is now giving Lena the business, Lena is trying to figure out why he is doing this, and he's explaining to her, you are a hypocrite and you are also a child, thinking that you know what's going on. You haven't even asked us our real names. You still refer to us as 86ers even though you try to say that you don't. He now has to go back and see that the room that he was in just the prior night before, drawing a picture and conversing and talking with Tanya, that now he has to go back to that same spot and sit in that same couch and not have that person near them. And Lena gets to go home after leaving that comfy, awesome secret lab gaming chair that she's sitting in, and gets to go home and have a nice, awesome dinner made by Food Wars. So after hearing this, she then realizes that he's absolutely correct and that she has been hypocritical this entire time and that her ideas are something that need to be maybe altered a little bit. I think this is where it's going to cause her to have more of an incentive to go see them and meet them and actually understand who they are and really actually figure out what their names are too before they die. So other than that, I gotta say this episode was actually really awesome. It was really dope. I'm super excited to see this next one that's going to be coming out. I really am excited to see what Shin's going to be doing, talking with her and trying to figure out what they can do in terms of, moving forward. So we'll see what Lena does. I think she's going to progress from here. This is where she's going to start getting a little bit more apathetic, I think, and start realizing that her character needs to grow. I think Shin's actually going to start talking to her a little bit more. We're going to see a little bit more of a development with Karena too. I think she's going to start showing a little bit more feelings towards Shin as we keep developing here. I think Theo right now is going to be into the most hateful aspect that he can be of his character towards Lena. I think it's also going to mess up their battle maneuvers as well. So we'll see what this next episode has. I think this next episode is called Your Name, or Your Real Name. And I think, for my prediction, I'm going to say that this is going to be half of a filler to where we're going to learn everyone's names, and we're going to learn a little bit more backstories on everyone themselves, and probably a little bit more about Theo, because I think he had pretty much the same type of experience as Tanya did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave a like and a comment down below. Thank you guys so much. Peace.